All right. Great. So if you can have, again, a blanket for that little tuck into when we do the forward fold in the child's pose. If you want, you could have a strap because we're going to do a little bit of binding again, and you don't have to try it, but if you want to, you can have a strap. And yeah, just the two blocks. All right, let me just check and see that this is recording on the correct. Yes, okay. Wonder if I can reach the tissues here. All righty. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started in the mermaid. Hi, Lisa. So I've got my legs in mermaid. My right heel is alongside my right glute. My left knee is pointing left. And I'm just going to start out opening up the wrists a little bit. So I'm going to turn to the left. And then I'm going to flip my palms over so that my backs of hands are down and my thumb and pinky are spreading apart. And then I'm just going to take an inhale. And as I exhale, I'm going to draw in my thumb, index, middle ring, pinky, and then spread. Thumb, index, middle ring, pinky come in and spread on the inhale. Exhale, thumb, index, middle ring, pinky come in and then spread on the inhale. Then I'm going to turn my fingers to the outside and do the same thing. If it's too much, you can just do one hand at a time. Inhale here, really spread your thumb and pinky apart, and then exhale, thumb, index, middle ring, pinky come in and spread on the inhale. Exhale, thumb, index, middle ring, pinky, spread. And exhale, thumb, index, middle ring, pinky, and spread. And then we're just going to turn our palms face down with the fingers toward the side of the body. Reach your thumbs out to the side. And then just go ahead and paddle your elbows a little bit until you feel like you can peel up your palms, but leave your fingers down and stretch your thumbs to the side for 3 and 2 and 1. And then let that go. Shake out your hands a little bit. We're going to come down onto the left forearm. Right hand is coming up and over. It's just going to touch the top of the left ear. And then you're going to take your left ear over to your left shoulder, and your ribs are going to rainbow up towards the ceiling. That's the inhale. No, that's the exhale. And then as you inhale, you're going to drop the ribs down and take your right ear to your right shoulder. And then exhale, go the other way. And the whole time your hand and your head are kind of resisting each other a little bit. So your ribs are going up and down, one ear to that same shoulder. Ribs are going opposite direction. For 3 and 2 and 1. Now just turn your nose down towards the floor and just keep that movement going with your nose at that little tilt. So inhale, ribs drop. Exhale, they rise up. 3, 2, and 1. And then just turn your nose up to the ceiling and take that movement a few more times. And just really try to stretch at the very top of the neck where the base of the skull touches the cervical spine. For 3, 2, and 1. And now take your hand right behind your head, rainbow your ribs up to the ceiling again, left ear to left shoulder, and then rotate that elbow down towards the floor. Just breathe into the bottom tip of your right shoulder blade. See how much expansion you can get back into that posterior mediastinum area, right behind the right lung, behind the heart. And then go ahead and open up elbow towards the ceiling, shoulder blade, right shoulder blade dropping towards right pelvis, looking up. Breathe under your right collarbone for 3 and 2 and 1. And then just take that movement a couple of times, but start with your left ear to your left shoulder when you're down, and move your right ear up to your right shoulder when you're up. So it's kind of combining that tilt we were in just a moment ago with the rotation. Left ear to left shoulder when you point the elbow down, right ear to right shoulder when you point the elbow up. Don't go so far that you hurt your neck. Stay in a range of motion where you're comfortable, and give a little resistance with your head to your hand and your hand to your head. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then just go ahead and creep your hands forward. And then we're going to switch the feet and come to the other side. We're going to come to the backs of the hands again. Now my left heel is next to my left glute and my right knee is pressing to the right. Got my backs of hands down. My thumb and my pinky are spreading apart on the inhalation. On the exhalation, thumb, index, middle ring, pinky come in, and on inhalation, they spread. You can just do one hand at a time if it's too much to get these both going. And then we're going to take the hands, fingers pointing out. Inhale, spread. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, spread. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, spread. Exhale, draw in. And then go ahead and put your palms down, fingers facing your body. Your thumbs are reaching apart. And just kind of paddle your elbows one at a time until you can peel up your palms and reach your thumbs to the side. This side is like 10 times harder for me to do. 3, 2, 1, and then just peel up and shake out. We're going to come down onto the right forearm, and the left arm is going to reach over, and the fingers are going to touch the ear tip of the top of the right ear. And then just next time you exhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder and rainbow your ribs up towards the ceiling. And then as you inhale, left ear, left shoulder, and the ribs fall down towards the floor. And then just go back and forth. See if you can get your breath exhaling when the ribs are up, inhaling when the ribs are down. For 3. Really move your side body, bell your rib cage over from one side to the other as much as you can. And 2 and 1, and then take a pause, turn your nose down towards the floor, and then keep that going. Exhale, ribs up. Inhale, ribs down. Nose is facing at an angle towards the floor. You're really trying to bell your rib cage, get the congruence of that neck and sideways movement, because you don't have a neck the same way that you have like an arm or a leg. You really have a spine, and your neck is just the top of your spine. So when you move your neck side to side, your whole spine should get involved in that. All right, and then just take a pause and turn your head up towards the ceiling, your nose up towards the ceiling, not all the way, maybe 3/4, and then just start that movement again. For 3 and 2 and 1, and then just go ahead and take that left hand to the back of your head and wrap the elbow around so it's facing the ceiling, and let the shoulder blade follow after it, and breathe into the bottom tip of that left shoulder blade. See how much space you can make with your in-breath. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then on your next inhalation, lift that elbow up and drop your left shoulder blade towards the top rim of the pelvis. Breathe up under your left collarbone. For 3 and 2 and 1, and then exhale, right ear to right shoulder, elbow comes down. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder, elbow comes up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. All right, and then just let that go and crawl back around to the center. And we're going to come onto the tops of the feet behind us. The knees are pretty close together, and you're just going to take your blanket into the fold of your hip crease. Lift up your rib cage, lift up, and then just fold over into your child's pose. Take your hands forward and tent your fingertips. And just see if you can reach your rib cage a little further away from your pelvis. Get a lot of length in your side body going. 3, 2, 1. And then take an easy inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands over toward the left. Walk your right hand a little further than your left hand, and really breathe into your right rib cage. Spread your rib tips. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just plant your elbow down and place your head into your right hand. And take your right ear to your right shoulder and bell your ribs out to the left. And then go the other direction, left ear, left shoulder, and just make a little wag of the rib cage to the right. It's not going to go very far. And then just go back and forth. So your neck is moving and your rib cage is moving. Same way it was before, but it's not going as far. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just go ahead and walk your hands back. Inhale towards the front and exhale over towards the right, and let your left hand walk a little further away from you than your right hand, and breathe into your left rib tips. Breathe and spread your left ribs apart. We've been just trying to loosen up these intercostals for weeks now. Hopefully we're getting a little more mobility in the rib cage. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then we'll just plant the elbow down and take the cheek into that hand. And then as the left ear comes towards the left shoulder, we're going to bell the ribs out to the right. And then exhale, go the other way. And you're not going to go as far. That bell to the left won't make too much movement. And then just go side to side. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then let that go. Come back to the center and walk yourself up to seated. And then just come and hang at the front edge of your mat in a forward fold. Have your blocks near you. And just let the base of the skull go. Let it really go. For 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, look halfway up, and exhale, step your right foot back. Slightly straighten your front leg, cat arch your back, let your head go, lift and spread your left toes and fan your left foot side to side. As you pull your left hip back, push your left heel into the floor so you're elongating the back of the left leg. For 3, and 2. And 1. On your next inhalation, drop your right knee down and let your left knee come in front of your left ankle as much as it wants to. Swing both your sitting bones forward. Get really long in your pelvic floor here. You're dropping your left sitting bone down towards the floor. You might even make a little sitting bone circle with it. It's not going to go as far as it does when the knee is up in the air. And then go the other direction. And then back up, so your right hip is over your right knee. Take your right block out to the side, and then you're going to walk your left foot out to the left. It's actually pointing to the left. So it looks like this, okay? And then you're going to go ahead and lean over right ear to right shoulder, right fingertips to left ear top. Take an easy inhale. As you exhale, rainbow your ribs up to the ceiling. Your right ear is touching your right shoulder. As you inhale, drop your ribs down and lift up left ear towards left shoulder. And then just go side to side. You're in a different leg position, but you're doing the same thing we were doing in the warm-up. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just take your hand to the back of your head. Draw the elbow down, let the shoulder blade chase after it, and breathe into the bottom tip of your left shoulder blade. On the next inhalation, open up, drop your left shoulder blade towards the left pelvic rim. Breathe under your left collarbone. 3, 2, 1. Now straighten out your arm alongside the ear. Reach into your fingertips. Try to lift your lowest left rib away from the left hip crest as you elongate that side body, and just breathe all along that side. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then release and walk your left foot back to the front and curl your right toes under. Exhale, cat arching, lift and spread your left toes, fan your foot side to side. Pull the left hip back, push the left heel into the mat. For 3, and 2, and 1. On your next inhalation, right knee's coming down, left knee's coming in front of left ankle, and just take a little bit of a sitting bone circle in one direction and then in the other direction. And then back up so your right hip is directly over your right knee. And this time walk your foot 45 degrees and take the block back so you're making like a half circle there. And the same thing is going to happen. Left hand's coming to right ear tip. We're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder and rainbow the ribs up to the ceiling, different angle. And then the other way on the inhalation. Exhale, rainbow up. Inhale, drop your ribs. Your knee might straighten out a little bit as you drop your ribs down. That's okay. You might not go as far. Just notice the flexibility along this line of musculature. And then hand to back of head. Exhale, point the elbow down. Let the shoulder blade chase after it and breathe into your rib cage. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open up, drop left shoulder blade to left pelvic rim, breathe under left collarbone. 3, 2, 1. Stretch your arm long, reach your rib cage away from your pelvis. Try not to shear up to the ceiling as much as move. Make more space in the side waist. Move the rib cage away from the pelvis. And then just release and walk back to the front. Return your left foot to the mat. Exhale, cat arching. Lift and spread your left toe. Fan that foot side to side. Push your heel into the mat. All right. On your next inhalation, right knee comes down, left knee comes forward of the ankle. You can take a little sitting bone circle if you'd like. You can go the other way if you want to. And then back up your right knee so it's over. Now, back up your right hip so it's over your right knee. And your foot's going to stay going straight ahead, and you're going to walk this block around. If you can make a 180, do it. If you feel too unstable, just take the block out to the side a little bit. You'll still get a lot out of it. You just won't go as much into the back line. So left hand, right ear tip, same exact movement. As you exhale, right ear to right shoulder, ribs bell out to the left. As you inhale, ribs move over towards the right, left ear to left shoulder. You're not going to go as far. It's okay if your knee straightens out. If you have trouble balancing, just take your block further out to the side. That's fine. For 3 and 2 and 1, and then back of the head, drop the elbow down, breathe into the bottom tip of that left shoulder blade. Spread your rib tips. Inhale and open up. Drop your left shoulder blade towards the left pelvic rim. Breathe under your left collarbone. And then straighten out the arm and really pry the bottom left rib, bottom left rib away from the left hip crest and elongate that side of the body. And then actually, just one more thing while you're here. Can you pick up your left heel? This is the preparation for Priti Padasana when you lift up that left leg. So just pick up the heel so you can feel that. And then go ahead and release. Turn your core on a little bit as you walk your right brick forward. And then exhale and cat arch again. Fan that foot side to side. Push the left heel into the ground and pull the left hip back. So you're lengthening the back leg. For 3 and 2 and 1. And now we'll drop the right knee down and take the left edge of the sacrum back and sink the sitting bone down. So we're trying to equilibrate the pelvis. You should feel the right glute on, right hammy is working. And then from the belly movement, see if you can just move your belly side to side until your arms swing. And you might feel some of that twist we were already working in those intercostal muscles as you go. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then go ahead and step that left foot back and come into your danda. Pull your hip crest forward and reach your heels back so that your quads get tight, and then squeeze your knees. And then lift up between the shoulder blades like you're a dolphin pushing its fin up out of the water, and press an imaginary block up to the ceiling with the back of the skull. And then go ahead and take your navel and draw it up towards the top of your head a little bit, like you're trying to tuck it underneath your rib cage. And just feel a little bit of that strength of the core, but try to keep your neck soft. For 3 and 2 and 1.5 and 1 and 0.5. Okay, and then go ahead and step your right foot forward. Take an easy inhale. And as you exhale, slightly straighten your front leg, cat arch your back, let your head go. Lift and spread your right toes and let your right foot fan side to side. Pull your right hip back and push your right heel into the floor. So you're elongating the back line of that leg as you go. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then on your next inhale, take your left knee down and let your right knee come as far in front of your right ankle as it wants to. And then just take a little sitting bone circle. You won't go too far, and go the other direction. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then back up your left hip over your left knee. Walk your right foot out to the right. It's actually pointing to the right, and your left block is outside your left hip, and your right hand's going to come up and over and touch the left ear tip. And then just go ahead and drop your left ear down to your left shoulder, rainbow your ribs up to the ceiling. Take an easy inhale, exhale, really pick up that rib cage, spread those right rib tips. And then on the inhale, go the other way. Ribs come down, ear comes up to right shoulder. and then just go back and forth. And just notice which side is harder to coordinate, the neck and the side and the balance. Just getting to understand your own architecture there. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take that back of the head in the hand, and then drop the elbow down and chase after it with the right shoulder blade. Breathe into the right rib tips, right bottom tip of shoulder blade. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then inhale, open up, sink the right shoulder blade towards the right pelvic rim. Breathe under your right collarbone. Really support your head. 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and let that go. Turn your core on, your central core on a little bit as you walk that leg back onto the mat. Curl your left toes under. Exhale, cat arching. Lift and spread your right toes. Fan that foot side to side as you pull the right hip back and you push the right heel away from you. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then go ahead and on your next inhale, sink that left knee down. Right knee comes in front of right ankle. And just go ahead and make a little circle with your sitting bone. And then go the other direction. And back up your left hip over your left knee, and you walk your right foot so it's at a 45-degree angle this time. And you're going to walk your left block around behind you so it makes a little straight line with your right foot. And then you're going to take your right hand up and over to your left ear tip. Drop your left ear down, rainbow your ribs up, exhale, and inhale, go the other direction. And again, just notice which of your side waist is more bound up. You're waggling your tail the same direction that the top of your head is going here. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then take your hand to the back of your head, drop your elbow down, wrap the shoulder blade around as well, and breathe into the bottom tip of your right shoulder blade. For 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, open up, sink your right shoulder blade toward the right pelvic rim. Breathe and up under your right collarbone, expand your right rib cage. And then extend your right arm alongside your ear, reach into your fingertips, really try to reach your lowest right rib away from the right hip crest. And then turn your core on a little bit as you let that go and walk your foot back onto the mat. Tuck your left toes under. Exhale, cat arching, lift and spread your right toes. Fan your right foot side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, left knee drops down, right knee comes forward. Take a little sitting bone circle. And then go the other direction. And then back up your left hip over your left knee. You're going to leave your foot where it is this time. And then you're going to draw your left brick back behind you. If that's too far, makes you feel unstable, just keep it out to the left a little bit. No problem. And then right hand is coming up and over to left ear tip. On your next exhalation, drop your left ear down to left shoulder. Ribs bell out to the right. And then as you inhale, your ribs are dropping down, your head's coming up. And just go back and forth. Your knee might move. Your tail is wagging the same direction as the top of your head. But just notice which side body is more bound up as you take this little fish wiggle. 3, 2, 1. Take your hand to the back of your head. Reach your elbow down towards the floor. Wrap your shoulder blade around. Breathe into the back, bottom tip of your right shoulder blade. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open right shoulder blade to right edge of pelvis. Breathe under your right collarbone. And then extend your arm long, spread your right rib tips, reach that lowest right rib away from the right hip crest, elongate your side body, and then turn your abs on a little bit as you let that go and you walk your block back to the front. Exhale, cat arching. 3, 2, and 1. Now take your left knee down, and this time go ahead and draw the right edge of your sacrum back and sink your right sitting bone down to see if you can get your left glute and your left hammy to turn on. And then from the movement of your belly, see if you can get your arms swinging. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then step that right foot back, Dandasana, hip crest come forward, heels go back, quads are tight, knees are squeezing, lift up, dolphin fin base of skull, and just pull that navel up like you're going to tuck it under your rib cage a little bit. Soften neck. 3, 2, 1.5, 1, 1/2, and 1/4. And then go ahead and step your left foot forward, drop your right knee down. This time we're just going to pick up that left heel and set it down with the legs straight. And I want you to get that sensation of the blanket in the fold of the hips. So you're picking your rib cage up away from it and folding forward like we were in the child's pose when we had that blanket separating the thigh and the belly. Pull your left hip back, push your left heel forward so you're elongating. Flex your toes and then fan your foot side to side. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just go ahead and walk your blocks over towards the right. Let your left block walk a little further than your right block. Pin your hips over to the left side of your mat and feel your left lowest rib peeling up away from that left hip crest. Breathe along the left sideline. For 3, and 2, and 1. Firm your right hand into the block. Unfurl your left arm up to the sky. Go as wide as you can across your collarbones. Reach and lengthen, elongate the inseam of that left arm as much as possible. Then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Elongate the left side of the neck, the left shoulder top as if it was made out of taffy. Just let it drape down toward the floor. 3, 2, 1. Now step your left shoulder blade back, dive your left hand into your right side waist, and take the left shoulder top on a little journey forward, down, back, and up. So you're drawing a clockwise circle on the ceiling with your left shoulder. If there was a pencil sticking out of your deltoid. 3, 2, 1. And then left hand's going to come down and walk that block underneath. Flip the palm, cinch the fingers towards the back of the block and pull that left shoulder blade forward so you're elongating the back line of that arm. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then release and turn towards the right side of the mat. So your right leg shank is going to swing back. Your right knee is slightly outside of your right hip, and your left foot is parallel to the front edge of your mat. Squeeze an imaginary block between your thighs and shoot your block up towards the ceiling. Try not to shear your ribs, but just pick up that rib cage away from the hip crest. And then plant the block on the back of the head. Take an easy inhale, and as you exhale, left elbow down to left knee. Inhale, that right elbow draws back behind you a little bit, and you're breathing into your right ribs. Spread the rib tips. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up, squeeze an imaginary block between your thighs. Exhale, right elbow down. Inhale, left elbow back. Breathe into left ribs. 3, 2, 1. Inhale your way up. Exhale your way down. Inhale, draw that right elbow back a little bit. Take your breath a little higher so you're breathing into your upper right ribs. 3, 2, 1. Inhale your way up. And exhale your way down. Inhale, that left elbow comes back. Breathe into upper left ribs. 3, 2, 1. Inhale your way up. Exhale your way down. And this time, right elbow towards the floor. Let that shoulder blade chase after it. Breathe into bottom tip of right shoulder blade. And on your next inhalation, open up, sink your right shoulder blade down towards the right pelvic rim. Take your breath up under your collarbone for 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and take your hands onto your blocks. Curl your right toes under, straighten the leg, and take it out to the right. Posterior Mediastinum. You can parallel or pigeon toe your feet if you'd like to. Inhale halfway up and exhale, drop down. You could put a block under your head if you'd like to. And just pick up your inner arch, your inner ankle bone, your inner knee up past the top of the leg for 3, and 2, and 1. Take an easy inhale. As you exhale, sit your glutes way back. Try not to take your knees forward. And then inhale your way halfway up. You can be on your fingertips or on your blocks, wherever you feel comfy. And then go ahead and push your right heel away from you. Extend, push that right leg long. And then reach the left knee out to the side like I had a block there that you were pushing away from you as you wax off your left foot into the floor. And then next inhale, push that left foot away from you and the right knee. And then just go side to side. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Not a very stretchy action, a very muscular action. So really push your feet into the floor. Use your heels, use your glutes to get that knee out to the side. 3, 2, and 1. And then come back to the center and just walk your hands around to the left. Walk your right hand further than your left hand. Just feel the openness of your right side body. And then you're going to purposely contract the left side waist, and you're going to turn your right belly to the left. If you'd like to add, you can unfurl your left arm, step your left shoulder blade back, and dive that left hand into your inner right thigh. That's okay with me. And just notice if you've gotten any openness in this twist from all the work into the rib cage. For 3, 2, and 1. And then release and just walk over to the other side. Walk your left hand further than your right hand. Breathe into that long left side body. And then just purposefully contract your right side waist. Turn your left belly to the right. If you want to go a little further, unfurl your right hand up, step your right shoulder blade back. Right hand can dive into your inner left thigh. Turn, turn, turn. And just feel the movement of that rib cage for 3, and 2, and 1. Nicely done. And then just go ahead and release. You're going to come all the way back to the front and step your left foot back into your danda. Pick up between your shoulder blades. Tight quads. 3, 2, and 1. And then step your right foot forward, left knee comes down. Joint stack your left hip over your left knee, and then pick up your right foot and set the heel down. And imagine that blanket right in the fold of your hip flexors again. Pick up your rib cage to get it over the blanket that we started the class on, and then reach forward, push your right big toe mound forward, your right heel into the mat as you pull your right hip back. So you're lengthening the back line of the leg, and then you're just gonna fan that foot side to side. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then walk your blocks over toward the left. Walk your right block a little further away from you than the left block. Pin your hips over towards the right side of the mat and breathe into your right side body. For 3. And 2. And 1. Firm your left hand into the block, unfurl your right hand up to the sky and go as wide as you can in the notch between your collarbones. Really pick up your right fingertips. Elongate, elongate, and then drop your left ear towards your left shoulder and see if you can get the right side of your neck and the right shoulder top to really stretch out like they're made out of taffy. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then step your right shoulder blade back, dive your right hand into your left side waist, pick up your right shoulder towards your ear, and then take it back and down and make a little circle with your right shoulder, little clockwise circle. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then release. Right block walks underneath the left, right palm flips and cinches fingers towards the back edge of the block as the right shoulder blade reaches towards the front edge of the mat, like you're elongating the outside edge of the arm. 3. 2. And 1. And then release. Come back to the front and step your right foot back. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to go into a Parigasana. So don't do anything I just said. Instead, turn towards the left side of the mat, but I'm going to turn all the way around. And I'm going to take my left knee very slightly outside of my left hip, and my right foot is parallel to this front edge of the mat. Squeeze an imaginary block between the thighs, and then shoot your block up over your head and pick your rib cage up away from your pelvis. Try to elongate that side waist more, and then press the block into the back of the head and exhale your right elbow down to your right knee. Inhale your left elbow back a little bit further and breathe into your left ribs. For 3. 2. And 1. And then inhale your way up, squeezing your imaginary block between your thighs, and exhale your way down. Take your right elbow back. Breathe into your right ribs. 3. 2. 1. Inhale your way up. Exhale your way down. Left elbow comes back. Breathe a little higher into your upper left ribs. For 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale your way up. Exhale your way down. Take your right elbow back. Breathe into your upper right ribs. For 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale your way up. Exhale your way down, and we're going to turn that left elbow down towards the floor. Let the shoulder blade chase after it. Breathe into bottom tip of left shoulder blade for 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale, look up, support your head, drop your left shoulder blade towards the left pelvic rim. Breathe into your left subclavius, right under your left collarbone. 3, 2, and 1. And then let that go. Uncurl under your left toes and straighten your left leg. Come back to your Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. You can put your head on a block if you want to. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees. Don't let your knees come forward. Sit your glutes way back. Keep your hands down, or if you'd like to take them behind you, it's okay with me. Same action we were doing before, just straightening the leg and pressing knee out to side. Three. 2. And 1, and then just stop in the middle with your hands onto your thighs. Let your shoulder tops lift up into your ears and sink your sitting bones down to elongate your side waist a little bit. And then pull the base of the skull up away from the shoulder top again to drop the shoulder blades away from the ears. Take an easy inhale. As you exhale, take your right shoulder towards your left knee, but don't take your head off the center axis. And then inhale, center, and take your left shoulder towards your right knee. And just see if you can feel the rotation of the ribs here. And next few that you do, see if you can lead that movement with your navel. So your shoulders are following the navel, turning the same direction as the shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and walk your blocks back to the front of the mat. Step back, Dandasana. 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and take your left foot forward, block the foot so that the entire ball of the foot gets up and over the edge of the block. Inhale, rock up on the ball of the right foot, take a little arch into the foot, and exhale down into the center of the heel strike. Inhale up, arch the foot, exhale down, inhale up, arch the foot, exhale down. This time, try to pick up your right pinky toe a little bit and inhale up, arch the foot, exhale down the center of heel strike. Inhale, rolling up. You're trying to lift up your right little toe a little bit. Exhale down. Inhale, lift and arch. And exhale, let that go. And then just leave that foot there or take it forward, a big step or a little step. Reach your tail up to the sky. Let your sternum come forward on the inhalation. And as you exhale, drop your outer left heel down into the mat. Let your hips shift over towards the left a little bit. For 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, release, and exhale, drop your inner left heel into the mat. Let your hips shift over towards the right. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just go side to side. 3, and 2. And 1. And then all the weight in your right foot, just turn your left block, put your heel on it so your toes are parallel, and walk your right block over towards the right. Your left hand goes a little further than your right hand. Slightly straighten your left knee any amount. Press your hips over towards the left. Breathe into your left side body. For 3, and 2, and 1. Rebend the left knee, draw the block back, take your fingertips onto it, right foot steps back, left forearm on left thigh. Inhale, dog tilt, shoulder blades come down. Exhale, cat arching, breathe into your kidney man. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Take your right knee down. See if you can get your left edge of sacrum back and dropping down. So your right glute turns on, your right hammy turns on, and then swing your navel side to side and see if you can get your arms swinging in response to that. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then take your block outside your right hip. Left ear hand comes up over to right ear tip. Drop your right ear down and rainbow your ribs up on the exhalation. And on the inhalation, go the other way. For 3 and 2 and 1. And next time your left ear's up against your left shoulder and your ribs are dropping down, just go ahead and come up to your fingertips on the block. Lift yourself back up to center. Take your right palm forward and up. Pick up your lowest right rib. Elongate that right side body. And then just drop the right hand outside the right thigh. Turn the navel to the left. 3, 2, 1. Now extend your left arm out to the left. Step your left shoulder blade back. Take your left hand farther back and then drop it into the right side waist. 3, 2, 1. Now right hand to back of the head. Wrap that elbow over towards the left. Let the shoulder blade follow it and then reach that right elbow outside the left thigh. Turn your belly from right to left. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then release. Okay, we're going to take that twist again. If you'd like to practice that strap bind, this is your opportunity. So you can drop the buckle over your shoulder and take the strap under your leg and then wrap it around to the other side. And then when we come around, you can hold on to the part that's coming down from your shoulder with your right hand, and your left hand can catch the one that's on the outside, and then you can walk your hands together if you want to. Would you like to do that? Okay. No takers over here. All right, here we go. One more time. Left hand over right ear. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder, ribs rainbow up. Inhale the other direction. Just take a couple of wags. And then next time your ribs are down, your ear is up, come up on your fingertips, turn your right palm forward, lift and extend right lowest rib, up. Right hand comes outside left thigh. Turn your navel to the left. 3, 2, 1. Extend left hand, step left shoulder blade back. Left hand comes back, left hand comes into the right side waist or holds onto that strap mechanical thing if you're doing it. Turn your navel to the left. 3, 2, 1. Right hand to back of head. Wrap it to the left. Wrap your shoulder blade around to the left. Drop that elbow outside your left thigh. Turn your navel. 3. Cinch your hands together on the strap if you want to. 2. And 1. And then go ahead and let that go. Drop your right block down to the lowest notch. Creep your left hand forward. Elongate your left side body there. 3, 2, and 1. And then take your left hand and scooch it under your left arch. Take your other block to its lowest setting, right palm on it, curl your right toes under, and inhale, lift the right knee up off the floor. Squeeze imaginary block, thighs, hips, ribs. Pick up dolphin fin, base of skull. Soften neck. 3, 2, and 1. And then downward facing dog. 3, 2, And one, and then go ahead and step your right foot forward and block your foot. So you can get the whole base of the ball of the foot up and over the block. Inhale, roll up through your left big toe mount, arch the foot. Exhale, drop down into the middle of the left heel strike. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, roll up, arch the foot. Exhale, drop down. Now pick up your left pinky toe just a little bit and inhale, roll up, arch the foot. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, roll up, arch the foot. Exhale, drop down the middle of heel strike. Inhale, roll up, lift little toe. Exhale, drop down. Stay there, step your left foot forward a little bit or a lot. Inhale, lift the tail and reach the breastbone forward. Exhale, drop the outer right heel into the mat. Let the hips shift over towards the right. Feel the right lateral edge of calf. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center. Exhale, inner right heel drops down, hip shift to the left. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then just go side to side. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then all the weight in the left foot, turn your right block, place your right heel on it so your toes are parallel. And walk your other block over towards the left. Reach your right hand over your left hand so the fingers go a little farther. On your left finger, straighten your right leg, getting them out, and press your right hip over towards the right. Breathing into right side body. For 3, and 2, and 1. Rebend your right knee, take your left block back onto the mat. Fingertips come onto it, forearm onto right thigh. Inhale, dog tilt, drop your shoulder blades. Exhale, cat arch. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Drop your left knee down. Pull your right edge of sacrum back and sink your right sitting bone down. And then just start taking your navel side to side and see if you can get your arms swinging. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then left hand onto left block. Right hand comes up and over to left ear tip. Drop your left ear down to the left shoulder. Rainbow your ribs up towards the ceiling on the exhalation. Inhale, go the other way. And just fishtail your way along. 3, 2, 1. Next time your right ear is up and your ribs are down, come onto your fingertips of your block. Come all the way up and turn your left palm forward. Inhale, lift. Lowest left rib draws up, 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 up. And then exhale, left hand outside right thigh. Turn your belly to the right. 3, 2, 1. Extend your right arm, step your right shoulder blade back, dive your right hand into your left sideways. Turn your navel to the right. 3, 2, 1. Finally, hand behind the head, left elbow reaches right, shoulder blade follows after it, and then we just drop that outside the right side, right thigh is what I'm trying to say. Turn the belly to the right. 3, 2, and 1. And then unwrap. We're going to do that again. If you want to add your strap, go ahead. So you just drop the buckle over your right shoulder. And then you take the strap under your thigh from the outside to the inside, and then wrap it behind your back and drop it inside your knee. Then when you twist, your left hand can come on the up and down part from the shoulder, and your right hand can catch the side that's coming around the left side body, okay? All right, so if you have that going, that's good. And then if not, no worries. Left hand to left block, right hand to left ear tip. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder, right ribs up to ceiling. Inhale the opposite and just take a couple of wags of your tail. And next time your right ear's up to your right shoulder, take your left fingertips on the block, turn your left palm forward, inhale, lift your lowest left rib, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, and then exhale outside the thigh, turn the belly to the right. 3, 2, 1. Extend the hand out, step the shoulder blade back. Take your right hand further back, dive it into your left sideways. Take your navel to the right again. 3, 2, 1. Left hand behind the head, reach that elbow right, shoulder blade follows, and then drop that all outside of your thigh. So if you want to hold on to your strap here, you can walk your hands towards each other. You could also just take namaste. But wherever you are, you're trying to work your left belly to the right. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then release. Take your left block on the second notch, creep your right hand forward. Right sitting bone goes backward. 3, 2, 1. Tuck your right hand underneath your right arch. Take your left block down a notch, curl your left to under, lift, squeeze an imaginary block between thighs, hips, ribs, lift shoulder blade, dolphin fin, base of skull, soften neck. 3, and 2, and 1. And then just come on all fours. Your hands are still on your blocks. Take a couple of cat cows. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then go ahead and step your left foot forward, turn towards the right side of your mat so that you're in Prasarita Padottanasana, and just hang and breathe again. You can support your head on a block if you want to. 3, 2, and 1. And then just roll up one vertebra at a time and turn your right foot out and turn your left foot in. So just notice that your navel is facing towards the right, and just turn, beginning from the navel, turn your belly so it's a little bit more facing directly the side of your mat. Cut your left thigh back. And then as you bend your right knee, really externally rotate that right thigh. You could even pick up your heel momentarily, but if you put it down, don't swing it in to justify that. You're thinking about your right thigh parallel to the ground. And then go ahead and add your arms. You're looking over your right fingertips. For 3. Virabhadrasana 2, and 2, and 1. And then right forearm down on the right thigh, left hand to right ear tip, right ear to right shoulder, ribs rainbow up, and then go the other way. A couple times, tick-tocking, neck and sideways. Next time your left ear is up against your left shoulder and your ribs are bellying out towards the right, use your hand to push up into your reverse warrior. Lift your right hand up to the sky, then go long in your right rib cage. Your left ear is your left shoulder. Your left ribs are contracting. Your right rib cage is stretching. 3, 2, 1. Now straighten your right leg. Bump your left hip over towards the left. Keep contracting left sideways. Keep elongating right sideways. And take your right hand down to your shin or a block, but support it somewhere. And just find the Trikonasana. Reach the base of the skull towards the top of the head. 3, 2, 1. Take an easy inhale. On your next exhale, drop your left elbow down to the floor. Let your shoulder blade wrap around. Breathing to bottom to the left shoulder blade. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open up. Support your head. Don't turn your gaze too far if it hurts. Drop your left shoulder blade slightly towards the left pelvic rim. Breathe into your left collarbone. Turn your belly up towards the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. Stay there or elongate your hand up towards the ceiling. Left shoulder blade steps back. Left hand comes a little further back. Left hand dives into right thigh top. Now, take a look at your right foot. We're going to roll through that right big toe mound. Take the block forward and lift the left leg up. Ardha Chandrasana. And just elongate right side body. Contract left side body slightly. And then turn your belly. Turn the right side of your belly up toward the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. And then release your left hand and just turn your whole body towards the floor. You can take both hands onto your block if you've got your block there. So your left hip is dropping, it's facing the floor. And you're just feeling the equilibration there as much as possible of your sacrum. Try to get your sacrum as flat as you can get it. And then firm your left hand into the block and unfurl your right hand up to sky. 3, 2, and 1. And then release. And just super quietly, like you don't want to make any noise, put your left foot down. Walk your hands back towards the center of the mat. Hang and breathe with your head on a block, or if you'd like to come all the way down into a child's pose, that is your opportunity to do so. Breathe. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then roll up one vertebra at a time. Turn your left foot out, turn your right foot in. Just notice that your navel is turning to the left, and just initiate from the navel that turn so that your navel is facing the side of your mat more. Cut your right thigh towards the back skin. And then as you bend your knee, you can externally rotate the quad. You could even pick the heel up, but try not to set it down inside of the toe if you do that, but just try to keep the integrity of that line. And you're thinking about a left thigh parallel to the floor. And then just spread your wings. Take a look over your left fingertips. Breathing. Virabhadra 2. For 3. 2. And 1. And then left forearm comes down, right hand to left ear tip, left ear to left shoulder, ribs rainbow up. Exhale, inhale, go the opposite. Just take that a few times. And the next time your right ear is up at your right shoulder and your ribs are down, take your fingertips to your thigh top and press yourself up. And then flip your palm and lift up into reverse warrior. Your left rib cage is stretching, your right side waist is contracting. Your head is pressing up against your hand. 3, Well, now straighten your left leg, bump your hip to the right. Keep extending the left sideways, longer, 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 longer. And left hand comes to the shin or to a block. Extend the base of the skull towards the top of the head, Trikonasana. 3, 2, and 1. And then just wrap that elbow down towards the floor. Breathe into the bottom tip of the right shoulder blade for 3, and 2, and 1. And then inhale, open that wing up to the sky. Breathe under your right collarbone. Right shoulder blades dropping slightly towards right pelvic edge. Turn the navel up towards the sky. Really support your head with your hand. Don't take your gaze up too high if it's painful. Just keep your neck in a comfortable range for 3, and 2, and 1. And then stay there with your head in your hand. Or if you'd like, unfurl your head up to the sky, step your right shoulder blade back and take your hand a little further back, and then dive it into your left side waist and hold on to the thigh top. And then go ahead and look at your left foot. You're going to roll through that big toe mound and just take the block forward a little bit. Lift the right leg up. Ardha Chandra. Left side waist is extending, right side waist is contracting. And then turn the navel up toward the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. And then release. You can take both your hands onto your block and square the pelvis to the floor. Try to get the sacrum as level as you can. And then when you feel ready, from your your right hand into the block and unfurl your left arm up to sky. Parivrit Ardha Chandra. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then release, and just very quietly take your right toe down, step your left foot back, come down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. And child's pose. We're going to come upside down. So lie down with your legs up the wall, or if you feel like taking a shirsha, it's okay with me. Wherever you go, breathe into your ribs. Three, 2, and 1. Daryl, go ahead up into your headstand. All right, everybody else, just go ahead and come back up to seated. And we're going to take this alpha ball. There's one in that bag there. And you're going to put it in the bottom tip of your right shoulder blade. And you can go 2 ways. You can go between those 2 ribs with your hands behind your head, or you could lie all the way down on your back and go. You're going between those 2 ribs right at the bottom tip of your right shoulder blade. 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to take your elbows down on the floor, roll the ball down so it's between the bottom 2 ribs. You're just going side to side. If you want to take your hands back up, you have the bandwidth for that, go ahead. Or you could lie all the way down on the floor and lift the pelvis up. 3, 2, and 1. And then roll the ball down so it's right below the bottom edge of your rib cage. Put your back down on the floor now and just go side to side. Erase your back. 3, 2, and 1. Next time your ball is right up against the right edge of the spine, take all the weight into your left foot. Take your right ankle bone to your left thigh and reach your right knee away from you. Push into your left heel and start to chug head to foot and just roll over those psoas insertions, the little transverse processes of those vertebrae there. 3, 2, and 1. And then take your right foot down, roll the ball down so it's not touching either the low rib or the pelvis if you can get that. Some people don't have enough space there to get this ball in, but if you do, see if you can be free, just rolling across the belly of the QL. 3, and 2, and 1. And next time you're up against the right edge of the spine, take all the weight in the left foot, right ankle bone to left thigh, and just chug head to foot. 3, 2, and 1. Take your right foot down and roll the ball down so it's just above your pelvis like a ball on a track and go side to side. 'Next time it's up against the right edge of the spine, just take some dog cat tilts there and see if you can roll the ball up onto the top edge of the sacrum to knot it into the body and then back onto the lumbar spine in the cat arch. 3, and 2, and 1. And then roll down into the right glute. Just looking for a little owie bit, and when you find it, pin it and lift your right knee and take it into a circle. You could lift your left heel up, like we remembered to do on one side, I think, but not the other, in that Priti Padasana Sthiti. And then if you want to pick up your left foot and glue it to your left knee, you can go in a little circle with both knees. 3, 2, and 1. Now straighten out your right leg. Turn your navel 45 degrees to the right. Stay here, or feel free to come up on your right forearm. Bury your right outer edge of foot into the mat, and then bend and straighten your right knee. Just on these external fibers of glute med. 3, 2, and 1. Turn your navel again so your navel's looking straight at the wall, and then just find your greater trochanter. It's the widest part of your hip. It's a little bump on the outside of your hip, and make a donut circle around it with the ball so it can loosen up the ligaments of your leg, which hang on this little bump. The other day I was in a yoga training and I said something about how the femur head doesn't have any ligaments on it. And somebody piped up and said, in infancy, there's one on the inner edge. So there's a ligament on the femur head in infancy. 3, 2. Well, now pick up your left foot and take it in front of your right thigh and turn your navel 45 degrees to the ground again and just roll around on TFL. It's like your ball is in your front right jeans pocket. You're just looking for a little owie bit there. 3, 2, and 1. And then roll that ball into your sideways so it's above your hip crest and below your rib cage. And inhale, puff your belly into the ball. And exhale, sink down. Inhale, puff up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, puff up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, puff up. Exhale, sink down. And just keep as low as you can on the ball and take some pelvic tilts. See if you can get that ball to wend its way into your sideways. Just navigate into the edge of your visceral cavity there. For 3, and 2. And we'll now step your left foot behind your right thigh. Turn your navel 45 degrees up toward the ceiling, and then just roll into the side of your QL, the side of your back or the back of your side. You're just looking for a little seam where the QL docks away from the obliques. You're just going to roll in and out of there. Near the top of it, you're getting into your lat insertion there. Just see if you can feel some of that twistiness that we were working. 3, 2, and 1. And whenever you feel ready, let that go and just lie flat on your back and see if you can notice any difference between the right side and the left side from that little bit of rolling work. And whenever you feel ready, we're going to start that whole series on the other side. So take that ball under the bottom tip of your left shoulder blade, and you're just going between 2 ribs. You can lie down flat on the floor, or you can have your head supported by your hands. And you're just gliding in between the 2 ribs right below that left shoulder blade tip. 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to roll the ball down an inch, take your elbows underneath you and go side to side. If you still have the bandwidth for it, you can keep your hands behind your head, or you can lie down on your back. Lots of options. You just want to feel a little bit of movement, a little bit of working out. So take the right position to get a little pressure there. 3, 2, 1. And then roll down so you're right below the left bottom rib, and put your back on the floor. Lift your pelvis up and erase your back. So you're going side to side. Three, 2, 1. Next time you're up against the left edge of the spine, take all your weight into your right foot, left ankle ball into right thigh, reach your left knee away and chug, just rolling up and down over the psoas connection to the transverse processes there. Three, 2, And one, and then take the foot down, roll the ball down. See if you can get it between your rib and your hip so it's not touching either one. Just go side to side right across the belly of the QL. I had a great session with Fran a few weeks ago where she was elongating my whole left side with her hands. It was marvelous. I highly recommend Fran if you want to go see somebody for a private. 3, 2, 1. Next time you're up against the left side of your spine, take all the weight into your right foot. Take your left ankle bone to your right thigh. Reach your left knee away and chug. If you're sensitive to your psoas, you might even feel the other insertion on the inside thigh in the lesser trochanter talking to you when you do this. 3, 2, and 1. And then let your left foot come down. Roll the ball down again so it's just above the pelvic rim like a ball on a track, and go left to right, staying on the left side of the spine. Next time you're up against the left edge of the spine, just take some pelvic tilts and feel the ball rolling onto the sacrum, nodding the top edge of the sacrum into the body, and then back into the lumbar spine and the cat arch. 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and roll that ball into your left glute. You're just looking for a little owie bit. When you find one, you could pin it and take your left knee up in a little circle. If you'd like to, you could lift your right heel off the floor, or even pin your right knee to your left knee and make that circle with both knees. For 3, 2, and 1. And then straighten your left leg out. Turn your navel 45 degrees to the left. Feel free to stay down there. Feel free to come up on your left forearm, bury the outer edge of your left foot in the mat, and then bend and straighten your left knee. External fibers of glute med. 3, 2, 1. Now turn your navel so it's facing the wall, and just make a little circle like you're drawing a donut around your greater trochanter, the bumpiest knob on the outside of your hip. 3, 2, 1. Now step your right foot in front of your left thigh, turn your navel 45 degrees towards the floor, and just roll around as if that ball was inside your left front jeans pocket. 3, 2, and 1. Now roll that ball into your side waist, just above your left pelvic rim, below your left rib cage. Inhale, puff up towards the ball. Exhale, sink down onto it. Inhale, puff up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, puff up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, puff up. Exhale, sink down. And then just go ahead and take some pelvic tilts and see if you can get that ball to wend its way into the left side of the visceral cavity. 3, 2. Well, now step your right foot behind your left thigh. Turn your navel 45 degrees toward the ceiling and just roll in and out of the side of your back or the back of your side. See if you can find a little seam where you have caught some of that muscle soreness from the twisting. And take your time, but when you're ready, just come off of there and lie flat on your back and see if you can notice the left side is caught up with the right side. If you need to do a little rolling in your neck, go for it. Otherwise, just turn your palms up and find your Shava pose, your choice. Take an easy inhale through the nose, long, slow exhalation out the mouth. Inhale through the nose, sighing out the mouth. Inhaling nose, let everything go. And rolling over on the right side into the fetal position, taking a moment of gratitude for the miracle of your body, for your strong arms and your strong legs, for the good gift of eyes that see and ears that hear. Such amazing blessings. And then grounding your left palm into the mat, coming gently up to seated, allowing your head to hang until the very end. Just taking a moment in your seated position to notice any changes in the body from the practice, in the depth of the breathing, in the release to the muscle sheath. or in the ease of the mind. And inhaling the hands up over the head, let the palms touch, and drawing thumbs down to the forehead for generous thoughts, and to the lips for kind speech, and to the heart for clear intentions. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. So nice to see you. Next week is our last class for this session. So last one on the side, waist, and the neck. Let me know if you have any requests for the upcoming